So, new week, new game, and today we have the Deadzone Rogue. I'm gonna be honest, I gave up on this game at first. I saw the negative reviews and read about the company's history, including how they abandoned the previous games or misled players about the mechanics that they were later changed. Even so, I wanted to give it a fair shot because I really enjoy roguelikes, and FPS roguelikes are no exception. As someone who likes a game like RubyQuest, Nightmare Reaper, and the Gunfire Reborn, I was hoping for something that offered that same replayability and variety, but this time with an old school early 2000 boots on the ground FPS feel. I didn't enjoy the first hour, it felt pretty dull. At first, the game seemed like a rinse and repeat loop of low effort rooms that lacked any real mystery, explorations, or randomness. I kept running into the same bland environments, and it didn't feel like the good kind of roguelike repetitions. It just felt uninspired. A lack of variety, smaller and enclosed. What I didn't realize was how much the game opens up longer for you to stick with it. The weapon arsenal starts to click. Zone 1 is much larger than in first scenes, with multiple stacked ducts within each zone. The first stage is your starting point, and while it comes off the basic, the things start to shift to the progress. Rarity rates and pickups evolve and become more interesting. The rarity system in particular is surprisingly well balanced and truthfully put together. The game rewards you for playing even when you fail. Movement involves a double jump, a dash, and mantling. No slide, but the game feels fluid. Where the game excels is in the upgrades you get. This is by far one of the best roguelites for impactful buffs. You get to shape the overall outcome intention of your run in the very first 3 rooms of every stage, almost like a God of Ragnarok roguelike. This will become familiar to your area early on, and is excellent to mitigate some of the RNG that plagues many imbalanced roguelites. In my opinion, whilst every weapon may be viable, some are definitely stronger than others. Weak points of some weapons may be mitigated through the certain choices, but this is a bit more niche. After struggling at first with the hardest difficulty within the first 20 floors, the enemy knowledge became a bit more familiar to me. When I reached the final boss, I defeated them on my first try. This was an immersively satisfying endeavor, and it's not a testament for my skill, but rather than the learning adaptation that the game encourages you to partake in. Some reviews that say some enemies are unfair, with which I wholly disagree. These unfair enemies have a knowledge check for you to get by. It's extremely possible to play with the entire run without taking a single hit of damage. There's always a sense of progression. Like many roguelikes, the more time you put into it, the more powerful you become, and the more you start seeing more rare and interesting loot, weapon combinations, and upgrades. The rooms themselves are really just vessels for the gameplay. No space is meant for exploration or hidden gear, which was a bit a letdown for me. But in the end, that's a minor complaint, because the core gameplay is strong enough to make up for it. If this game looks even remotely interesting to you, get it. Play it for at least 2 hours before making your mind up about whether you like it or not. As for whether or not the devs will abandon or ruin the game, that's still unclear. That said, I do believe that they care about this game. They've been listening to the community, both the good and the bad feedback. They've released several patches, including that one fixed a common complaint about the game being online only, even in single player. They've also fixed a bunch of bugs and performance issues, and even added a new level on the top of all of that. I see that they're addressing people's concerns and actually listening to the community. That's something so many game studios refuse to do nowadays. That's a good sign in my book. I think they have a real chance to redeem themselves, and they're getting close. They still have some work to do to fully earn back the community trust. We'll see what happens from here, but for now, the game is in a pretty great spot, especially for an early access game. Thank you guys for watching this review, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. See you in the next videos, bye.